Irranca-Davies.
Diolch, Llywydd. Could I ask for one government statement on the issue of the scourge of violence against shop workers? Violence against shop workers has doubled in recent times, including during the pandemic. And that's why the Home Affairs Committee in Westminster said that the patchwork of existing law was inadequate, and why indeed amendments were laid last night to the Police Crime Sentencing and Courts Bill, debated in Westminster to strengthen protection for shop workers, and it was supported by shop worker union Usdaw and the Cooperative Party, amongst many others. Regrettably, this was rejected by the UK Government on a Conservative three-line whip. Now, as we face the rising tide of abuse and violence against shop workers, could we have a statement from Welsh Government on their work with unions and with employers in Wales to tackle this, and which can give a clear statement on the need for customers to treat shop workers with respect and courtesy and with dignity, the same shop workers in retailers large and small throughout Wales who have kept the shelves stacked and the checkouts running smoothly throughout the pandemic so that we didn't go without? And does she share my hope that the House of Lords, where the Home Office Bill now heads, will have more sympathy with the protection of shop workers than the UK Government demonstrated last night?
Yes, I certainly do share that view. And isn't it sad that we have to remind people that all our shop workers deserve courtesy and respect? And we certainly saw last year, over the summer particularly, I was meeting with the supermarkets regularly within my portfolio, and that was always top of the agenda, was unfortunately the way that many of their staff were treated. And I worked closely with the police and other ministerial colleagues to make sure that any complaints or any assault, which is verbal assault, were recorded, to make sure that the police were aware of the significant problem it unfortunately became. I mentioned in an answer during First Minister's questions that I'm meeting with the supermarkets again next week in the retail sector. I will certainly ask them if it is continuing to be a problem in the way that it was last summer. I mean, I appreciate it's always been an issue, but I do think the pandemic unfortunately heightened those incidents of, unfortunately, that, as you say, violence against our retail workers.